Hey guys, before I get into your message, right? For those of you who are very trusting um, of individuals, this is the year of the horse, and this is the year where you're going to learn a lot of hard lessons, lessons that you have to learn the hard way. Okay, this is not going to be the easiest year. These lessons that you are possibly going to come across learning are going to be very, very intense. Okay, and it's going to change your life forever. So depending on what your lesson is, what I can say is read over every contract with a fine tooth comb. Just don't be signing your name onto things. And you could trust people, trust them for years on end to do something for you. But it's going to tell you, the lesson is going to be where you just can't put your faith into people's hands. It doesn't matter how long you've known them, it doesn't matter how long they've been doing a service for you. Read over your documents before signing and submitting, okay? Because at the end of the day, you're still going to be responsible. So let me go ahead and tap into the message. All right. I want to use these cards to begin with. Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at the card that came out. Oh, wow. So it's definitely in regards to trust. Um, Maybe you have to strengthen your inner voice, okay? And the hard lessons, man, we have a purpose. Your purpose is to learn that you can't trust others as easily as you would trust yourself. It's something about time to grow up, time to learn the lessons of the world where people are really what else, Spirit? We have surrender. I can release my need to control. This is surrendering the need to always trust someone, trust what they say, trust who they are. We have loneliness. This is going to bring some sort of loneliness here. Maybe of a separation. I couldn't get my words out just now. This can possibly be some sort of separation that is happening. Maybe it's been a long time coming. It's something about you taking full responsibility over your entire life. Okay. We have time to decide. So it is time for you to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. I feel like you're learning that, people are going to make mistakes. Like, human errors are always going to be there. Okay. But I feel like for you, you feel that if someone has been doing something for so long, they know what to check. They know how to submit things. They know what to do. And you really don't, okay? So you can be getting pushed into an energy of learning. Learning. So it's time for you to learn something. So learn something that's going to benefit you. We have service. I feel good when I can help others. Again, maybe it's something that you need to learn how to do so that way you can help others. Okay. We have grief. Grief came out in my last reading. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Why am I hearing money with this card? Because we all know that money can be made, but you know that extra money? That extra money that we expect every year after we work hard the year prior. And say, for instance, you gave someone the power over that. And now this can be something for where you are going to start learning, because now you appreciate doing things. You appreciate the importance of people receiving the shit that they're supposed to receive when they're supposed to receive it. You know that you're probably someone who is very detailed, okay, detail oriented, that you want things to come out right. And I feel like, there could have been people in your past or whatever that always say, oh, you're always, like OCD, but not OCD, but you're always trying to do the right thing. Like the right thing is the wrong thing to do, Indecision. It's not. It's like trying to make you question who you are, like the qualities that are good or great about you. It says, I use my intuition in all aspects of life. I feel like you treat people the way that you want to be treated. Yeah, because you have a lot of love here. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. You have this big heart and you just trust so freely. And I feel like, you have been hurt so many times. But for whatever reason, you cannot change how you are built, but you can learn how to protect it. So it is time for you to decide there. Here we have sensitivity. Lord. So it says you're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. We have balance. So you have to find balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Let's pull out the tarot. Yeah, it's something that is a decision. It's difficult for you to make here. You could be avoiding, it's like maybe you want to see something positively, but you can feel that something just isn't right. You don't believe like, oh, this was just an honest mistake. You feel like this was intentional, okay? And it's like Spirit is saying, trust your gut. Because if you feel that way, this is what's going to push you forward to doing other things. You have to trust in your own abilities and stop avoiding it. Stop trying to see everything as good. Stop trying to see everything as just a mistake, just an accident. Stop making excuses for people that should know better. Okay, so it's truly, what's the Two of Swords in the trust energy? What's the Two of Swords in the trust energy? The Knight of Wands. It's about taking some sort of inspired action, okay? You can trust yourself, period. And it sucks. Wow. I do feel like, there's a lot of pain here as well. Oh shit. Look. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Swords. There's a lot of pain, grief, maybe insomnia, sleepless nights, worry, anxiety. Something can be causing you some anxiety. Again, I feel like if you always trusted people, you're going to trust them before something actually happens. So if something happens now, it's like, oh, you are capable of making a mistake. So it's more so like you discovering that everybody is human. Like we all make mistakes, or things are going to slip by us, even if we're trained and things like that. Things happen all the time, especially for people who do things often, and it could have just been a simple slip, a simple whatever, even if it caused you some sort of delay. I feel like somebody can be battling the fact of getting back to themselves, because at first I thought this message was going a whole different place, but Spirit just advised me it's the balance here. It's the balance. It's like weighing out the actual situation, weighing out the connection, weighing out the circumstances. And it's for some of you, it's just like, no, one time, that's all it takes is one time. It takes one time. I think, if this is something involving someone, you found a problem and they have to fix it. Depending on how this other energy goes about the situation is how you're going to determine whether or not you're going to move forward to whatever you're feeling like, to another direction, or you're going to like stay where you are, like a fresher breath. Yeah, because it's going to all determine whether or not this is some energy that's going to say, oh wow, I'm sorry, let me fix this. Or if this is somebody who's going to say, oh, I'm sorry, well, whatever. But I feel like let me go on, because I can keep going and going and going. But it's like now is something you are realizing, like you just can't always trust everybody with your heart, your finances, your stability, everything. You just can't hand it over. You now have to take some sort of action as becoming more responsible for yourself than you are putting yourself in other people's hands. Okay? Surrender the illusion, the lie that you tell yourself about people, that you tell yourself how people are in your life. Nobody is responsible for you. You are responsible for you. It's like surrender that fear of taking care of yourself completely, 100%. No roommate, no partner, just you and God. I'm talking about taking care of everything, 100%. There's no splitsies. But it's like God is your accountability partner. You have to know that He's right by your side, getting you through the challenging times, especially when you're dealing with challenging times with people that are on your path for a growth opportunity. What else is the surrender in the Moon? What is the illusion? We have the Justice. Wow. It's definitely bringing something to balance here. So there's more balance. I feel like you have to always you have to find the mistakes. When you find the mistakes, it's like, okay, how we gonna do this? I feel like you are one of those people that speak very clearly and direct, but when you speak clearly and direct to people, they still don't understand you. And you can feel like you're in a fucking twilight zone. I know I be feeling like that all the time. Like, I could speak very clearly. Oh, for instance, I go inside the store today, right? And I'm about to change my phone company, my carrier, um, because I'm just tired of having to go and deal with the particular type of store I have to go in to deal with stuff. So the Wi-Fi that I got with them is trash. It was slow. It wasn't allowing me to download. It wasn't allowing my son to stream. Nothing. It was just very, very slow. So I take it back. I'm within the 14 days, and I'm telling her it's slow. It doesn't work with what I need it for, or whatever, whatever, whatever. She plugs it in, and she says it's working just fine. I said I didn't say anything about it not working. I said it is slow. It is not working for what I needed to work for. Why is she trying to convince me to take something I'm telling her clearly that is not useful for me, just so that way they can keep a sale? So people are only going to, most people are going to only care about themselves or care about the mission of the environment in which they are in. You are always going to have to stand up for yourself, no matter what. And the people that you love, that you know that need you to be there for them. I hate that saying, make it make sense, because in all honesty, nothing in this fucking world makes any sense. And we all don't have the same perspectives for it to actually make sense. So that is the dumbest quote I've heard. At least one of them. Make it make sense. But what really is sense? Because you might think that this makes sense, and I think that does not make sense. But whose sense does, who's gonna overweigh? Who's gonna where hold on. Which part of it is right? Who is right? Who's wrong? But I feel like you are very clear in your direction. I feel like you are clear in your stance. I feel like you are clear when you communicate certain things to people. And it just seems like you are just in a fucking twilight zone when you deal with individuals. And it's something about you surrendering the lie that you're dealing with like-minded individuals, because you're not. Okay, so it's definitely something about you learning this and you taking some sort of inspired action, and stop being in your head, because yeah, it's coming, that loneliness. Yeah. But you're never alone. That's too many spirits. Where's my baby? He's right there. Okay. We have the Ace of Cups. You're never alone. You are never alone. This is a feeling of newness. And yeah, it might get lonely with people, but when it comes to your spirit team and it comes to your intuition and your creativity, you're gonna always have something around you, you know? You're never gonna be alone. Or is realizing that you are very much different than others. And even if you are around a bunch of people, you're still going to be alone. It's like learning how to balance temporary fun, temporary, surface level things, with just it being a part of life. but then you taking the time to sit alone to really discover who you are. Yeah, this can be painful for you. Ay, ay, ay. I feel like this Five of Cups is matching that Two of Swords. I feel like there's a sense of instability that can be circulating you as well, especially when it comes to emotional fulfillment with the Ace of Cups, followed by a Five of Cups. It's like you can't have it all. Okay, you just can't. And I feel like it's more so like you wanting to take people. Yep, look, wow. Take people with you that you once celebrated with, but realizing that it was clearly just an illusion. And it's like you're trying to find balance in your life, collective. Like, I feel like even if you were to go out, you wouldn't have as much fun as you used to because you just know too much now. What's the time to decide, energy? Because, guys, I'm telling you, I have to learn how to cut myself off because these messages would be 100 million hours long. That's the King of Swords. So you do need to decide something, some sort of mental clarity, take some sort of authority of your own life. Okay, I feel like it's time for you now to become very disciplined. Okay, very disciplined. If it's something important to you, check it with a fine-tooth comb. Okay, it's now something about, listen, this is business. Okay, and this is business, and I have to look over this. It might take me a few days, a few hours, but you're gonna have to give me a minute, because before I sign anything, I want to make sure that it's correct. Okay, and if I have any questions, it's for you to correct. Okay, so again, I feel like God is really sending in a lot of new lessons for you now. And it's about you using your head over your heart when it comes to certain things, especially when it's business. Okay. I feel like you're very honest. Okay. And that's a beautiful thing. And you're very truthful. Okay. And that's a beautiful thing as well. But you have to understand that certain things don't need to be told to certain people. Right. So if it's business, keep it business. You don't have to put anything personal. Five of Cups. Though you want to have those kind of balanced relationships, you just have to realize that some things are just going to stay on a real surface business level, then become more on a deeper spiritual level. Okay? So it's time for you to decide that there is now time for a balance. How you're going to operate and move with the world. Yeah, this is a choice. It's a freaking choice. It's time for you to decide, even in love, about your relationships, okay? About your passions, your values, okay? Are you going to do something by yourself and wait for a partner? Or are you going to rush in impulsively with the Knight of Wands and get you a partner and end up in the Five of Cups? Like, no, you're not. So it's time for you to decide. It's time for you to bring in balance, more balance. Balance, home, okay? Balance, justice. Balance, harmony. Knight of Cups, more creativity. You just can't have it all the time. It's simple. You just can't. Because I feel like many people that you're encountering just don't have the capacity. Service. You could be moving towards helping others, helping yourself, transitioning, maybe releasing some sort of baggage so that way you can free up some time to help other people. It's something about a change, okay? Movement, more balance, solutions, healing, empathy, harmony. I feel like if someone makes a mistake, realize you made a mistake as well. Especially if you put your faith 100% in someone, give them some grace, okay? Because at the end of the day, it's not 100% their fault, even though it could be leaning more on their side, but it's also your fault as well, because if you were supposed to do the checks and balances, okay? So it's something about learning how to communicate with others that are where it's an equal responsibility of both parties, and something that you actually have to learn. Because I know if I'm paying somebody for something, right, like if I'm paying for a dress to get seamed or whatever, I don't know, I'm not a seamstress, I don't know, I'm going to leave it to the professional. That's why I'm paying you. I don't want to mess up the dress, so I'm bringing it to you. So there can be frustration there, but also realize that it's human error, right? And still have that compassion, or that level of compassion. But I do understand that sometimes, like, another person's actions will dictate yours. It's like learning how to control your own emotions. Like, it's just about solutions only. Solutions only, head over heart, like straight into the point. Okay, straight into the point, so you can definitely be transitioning, so that way you can prepare yourself to be a better person that serves other people with direct stuff. Yeah, Ace of Wands, creations, more creativity. Yeah, leadership, dominating a room, dominating your own energy. Okay, like, it's like people cannot play with you no more. It's about you stepping into your power, knowing what the fuck you're talking about. Because it's like nobody's going to be able to tell you any old thing anymore, just because they have the qualifications to do so. Now you're going to learn the same qualification. You're going to learn what to look for, so that way next time you won't make the same mistake. So what is it? Fool me once, shame on you. We're going to keep that shame on them. We ain't going to do fool me twice. So it's something you're definitely going to learn from this year. Horse. Okay? With the freaking horse. It's the year of the horse. You're going to learn something. Okay? You're going to learn something about your impulsive behavior. Okay? You're going to learn something about your inspired actions. You're going to learn how to balance those things. What not to be impulsive in, and when to be impulsive in your inspired action, like when you're creating. Okay? New opportunities and growth here. Okay? While you're servicing, you're going to learn something new as well. Definitely stepping in a leadership role. It's like something big is going to come from this. It's like certain things that you have to learn. It's like trial and error right now, because it's something that's about to really transpire for you that's really fucking big. Okay? Really big. So, like, it's like God is saying, if you can't handle it on this lower level, I need to be able to trust you when I promote you to this higher level, to make sure that you know what to look for. There's no more just trusting everybody. But there is a promotion coming for somebody. Okay? What is this grief? You've been robbed. You've been lied to, you've been betrayed, and you know it, but you're regaining some sort of control by mastering the choices you are making, because it's your responsibility. Yep, it's your responsibility as well. The hardships is going to come by you saying, oh my God, why God? And then you're going to say, you know what, God? Nope, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for highlighting this issue now. I'd rather you take from me now than later when the stakes are so much higher. I'd rather you show me what I am allowing to happen right underneath my nose. I know I have to lose it to appreciate it, but I know you're going to give it back. I know it. It's like, don't let the situation keep you trapped. Just know that it's going to be worked out. It's just a little headache. Ooh. So the Seven of Cups in the reverse here. This is like your personal values don't align with whoever this is, like the betrayal, the people that will take things from you purposely to pay you a lesson, right, or to have you going through some sort of hardship, right? But it's like maybe you had to get your bubble popped so that way it can strengthen your mind, and protect your heart. I feel like you're very generous, right? And someone could have been very used to you giving, okay, even in your hard circumstances. And maybe you had to stop, okay, for a little while. And they decided to take or delay something that you actually require. And God is going to get that. Okay. If that's the case, God is going to get that. But what you have to realize is that, you know what? You didn't owe this person anything extra if they were already being charging you a fee. You was just being generous. But I feel like people just get used to you being this little angel, and you really have to stop. You have to. You have to. So this is like becoming very much more responsible, keeping certain things to yourself, okay? Learning how to master your own, personal values and alignments here. What's the indecision? There's some strife coming. But I feel like, you're going to overcome this like effortlessly. But it's going to cause you some strife because it's going to hit you at a time when you really need it. But I feel like you're going to receive it and, 10 times fold. I do feel like here that you can be tired, okay? or you're trying to figure out if this was something that was done purposely or if it was really just an accident. But I feel like you're not sure. I feel like you feel like someone stole from you. Yeah. I feel like you feel someone has stolen from you. The Hangman. It's like you're seeing things differently when it comes to this scenario, this connection here, but it will be restored with the Five of Pentacles in the reverse here. You will recover from this financial situation that could possibly be taking place for you, okay? Again, it's something about not mixing money, your finances, your stability with your heart. Okay, money is to be dealt with your mind, especially when you're dealing with other people, business partners, or things of that sort. But I do feel like here you have contemplating, you are really starting to see things a lot clearer, different even. Yeah. I feel like you may need to communicate with, this energy. Especially again, if this is a paid service, okay? I feel like, oh, just going with the level head, okay? Because it's going to be rectified, okay? It's going to be cleared up, okay? There will be a recovery from some sort of financial setback. What is sensitivity? That came out. Oh, both came out. I didn't see the star, but this was going to cross it. I'm not going to take it back. So you are sensitive. Okay, Earth Angel, hope, calm, renewal, purpose, fortune, good omen, rejuvenation, spirituality, faith. You have faith in things. You have faith in people. You have faith in situations, and it causes you a lot of anxiety. Maybe even insomnia. It could have caused you a lot of despair and trauma, because it's like you wouldn't do this. You wouldn't do this to people. You're just not that. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles, and like I feel like people can possibly find you as being like very, I don't want to say the word, but y'all know the word, the N word. Okay. I don't like that word. I don't like that word. But it is what it is, right? I feel like, people can really find you to be very naive. Because you love. It could be a possibility where people could even find you to be like have low self-esteem. It's crazy, but it's because you what's interesting is like why is that saying there? Treat people how you want to be treated. Why would you want to be treated like bullied, or why would you want to be robbed? Why would you want to be cheated on? Like, so you don't do people like that. You treat people how you want to be treated. But when you do it and when you give others the courtesy, they look at you crazy, because it's like, you really follow that? You follow that saying? Like, why do you follow that saying? People are crazy. People are crazy. People are crazy, y'all. They fucking crazy. I swear. Oh. Lord Jesus. What else? What else, Spirit? We have jump in. You're being asked to take a chance and give whatever you're questioning a try. The stars will never all align in just the right way. Sometimes you have to take that leap anyway. This is that time. So you can trust whatever endeavors you're doing. Um, Trust yourself to do these things. But when it comes to other people, baby, no, no, no. Excuse me. We have connect. Surrendering to the justice, it says you're being asked to connect with others to meet in meaningful ways. Sometimes it's helpful to get new perspectives and to simply be around other people. You're in need of this right now, and deep connections will benefit you in many ways. So, again, if whatever this is, it could have been just a rushed thing, something here, or I'm wondering if somebody felt like you was not good. Maybe they were testing you to see if you would catch it. Collective. Again, you're a very smart individual. What else? What else, Spirit? We have give. One of the best feelings we can experience is giving to others. When we do so, we feel lifted up and our lives improve greatly because of someone else's happiness. Think of one way you can give to another today. I feel like you've given a lot because this is how you really feel. You treat people the way that you want to be treated, but unfortunately, you regret it a lot. You're disappointed a lot because you're not giving the same thing. It's not reciprocal. What else? We have fresh start. The love is the choice. It says you're being given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you've been given. I'm telling you, you have a choice. And I feel like it's something where you're growing. And that's this period. Like, if this is a L, just take the L. Like, admit that you fucked up and just keep on moving. Like, how can you fix it? You know? I do feel like, gateways, different avenues is being opened up for you anyway. What else? Grounding. It says you're being asked to ground yourself. You've been spending too much time in your head. It's time to pay attention to your body and to the earth. Go outside and plant your feet on the ground and enjoy the centering feeling things bring. So it's time for you to ground yourself. It's something about connecting to your root chakra as well. Recognizing what wounds or what challenges or what traumas have prevented you to make like mistakes that you could have caught, so where you can grow from these things, ground, pull from your root chakra, okay? So you can heal those wounds. What else? It says slow down. Life isn't a race nor is it a competition. You need to slow down. Doing so doesn't make you weak or less than. It makes you strong, wise, and much better, able to navigate life with clarity and ease. I'm telling you, whatever the grief is, whatever is something that you could have overlooked or whatever, or given someone it's like slow down. Slow down. If you got to read over a contract that is 20 pages long, read over it. Ask questions. If it gets on somebody else's nerves, and say, well, you created the contract or you work for a company that created the contract. Most people don't read the fine print. You just sign, 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 because it's like something about not doing something when you are in desperate need of something else. Don't make decisions when you are in desperate, energy. Slow down. We have pivot. This is that hangman. It says sometimes when things aren't falling into place after trying, it's time to ask yourself if pivoting in some way would be a good idea so that your life can flow more easily and effortlessly. How could you pivot just even a little bit? Your perspective, you're seeing things differently. What else? That's 2. What else? We have believe. You're being asked to fully believe in yourself and your dreams. It's time for that idea that's lived inside your heart to be brought into the world so others can benefit from it. Believe that you can bring it to life and you will do exactly that. With that star energy and the 9 of Swords, it's like, don't allow people to get in your head. You can ask for help. Wow. It says you're being asked to request help from another. You don't need to deal with this issue alone. There are many people who want to help you, but it's up to you to bravely ask for their support. It's a sign of strength to reach out. Do that today. People take advantage of vulnerable people. I think it's just a thing of being human, unfortunately. When you're vulnerable, like, people tend to take advantage of you, thinking that you're a slow dummy, that you're stupid, you're naive, because you've trusted, okay? But what I can say is that you're not any of those things, and whoever thinks that you are is up for a rude awakening. Okay. Here's a few final messages. We have reflection. 987. Look inward and evaluate your actions. Embrace introspection and self-reflection for your own development. So like I said, if it's just don't go pointing the finger. Recognize where you messed up on your end as well. Okay, it's always a two-way street, so that way there can be some sort of harmony. 121, it says embrace harmony in your life. Seek balance between your physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. It's hard to say I did it. It really is. People don't like to say I did it. People don't like to admit when they were wrong. They love to point the blame at other people. Love it. Enthusiasm. 343. Approach life with an optimistic attitude, even in the face of challenges. Be excited about the opportunities that lie ahead and to embrace them with open arms. If one door is like really, shut, you don't know, like maybe it'll open up again, but it's something here, like, again, when something is challenging, just look at the things that are good happening for you. Okay, just don't only focus on the negative. Focus on the other parts that are happening good for you. So that way you can create some sort of harmony and you actually reflect. Don't create more distance or disharmony, when you're also responsible for making the mistake, for allowing the slip, because again, we have checks and balances. We have to hold each other accountable. Okay? So if you know that you have played a part in some role that has ended negatively for you, then you're just going to have to say, well, that was a learning lesson. I have this, I have that, I have this, I've been blessed with this, I have blessed with that. Just don't dwell on what, is lost, more than likely it's going to come back. All because of the mindset, the mind shift. Okay. Yeah, we have stability, 444. Angels are guiding and supporting you, providing a stable foundation for success. So your foundation is stable no matter what. Okay. And I feel like if there is some sort of delay happening for you, okay, it's happening for these reasons, so you won't be so upset. So that way you still would sleep at night, because you already know the problem is already solved. You just had to find it. You had to point it out. And you also had to take some sort of accountability for your role in it. That's all I have for you guys. Um, until next time, namaste.